Hello everyone, this is Cam and welcome to another BOTB video, and today we are covering the Dream Car competition picture. This is the final video of this week. So before we get started guys, make sure don't forget to give us some thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and consider joining the Patreon. Link is in the description below, and also join the new poll in our community page. We do that every day, so some interesting things there. Obviously our today's topic is Father Steve, so don't forget to vote for him. And okay, right. So I've got my man Paul with me today. How's it going, Paul?
I'm good, Cam. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We also got my man Dean GTR. How's it going, Dean?
Evening, Cam. Evening, Paul. Yeah, all good, thanks.
Dino, all right, mate?
Evening, Paul. Got it? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Cheers.
And we also got Romaldo here. How's it going, Romaldo?
Hello.
Ronaldo.
And we've also got my brother Colin today. How's it going, Colin?
How are you guys? You okay?
Yeah, not
Hello,
too bad.
Carl. All right, mate? Good
Yeah,
to meet you.
How are you?
All good, mate.
And finally, my man Shan. How's it going, Shan?
Evening, guys. I'm all
Danny.
good. How are you?
Evening,
You
Shane.
all right? Yeah,
All
not so
good.
bad.
Okay, right. So let's go through some comments very quickly before we get started. Toby just joined. How's it going, Toby? Hi, Felix. Hi, Dr. Quinny. Hi, MD Hakim. Hi, Father Steve. Is Rustin been on? No, I think I've messaged you, Father Steve. He's not here yet. Where are you, man? You should join. Okay.
He's not at work.
Is he at work?
I'm not sure. He's off holiday like Dean. So
Okay.
he might join later.
No problem. We also got Craig. How's it going, Craig? Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Gareth. Hope you're good. Hi, Steph. Hi, Lion. Hi, Dan and Lewis. Okay, right. So obviously we have made a video about this week's Dream Car picture already. Done a live stream about it. So there's a final live stream. Let's see if we can come up with some better coordinates. I have played few tickets already, so I don't know if I'm going to play any more. So let's share screen first, and then we'll go from there. So obviously, I put some tickets, but I think it might just be a bit more to the left. I don't know why, but probably place some tickets to the left. So let me show you where I went. So there you go. That's where I went. But probably I'll place some tickets there. I think this area, or maybe slightly closer than that. So yeah. So we'll wait for the VIP live stream, which is going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. So during that live stream, I'll probably buy some more tickets. Okay, right.
Go for the G-Wagon.
G-Wagon, I played 10 tickets for the G-Wagon. 10 for the... what did they play for? Mustang. And then free, I bought the Range Rover, free ticket for the Range Rover and doubled it up with the Mustang. So 11 Mustang, 10 G-Wagon, and 1 Range Rover.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
So... yeah, so Romaldo, have you got the average from yesterday? Or Dean?
I've got all the averages that we've done on this if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Is it the one we done different averages, like 5 averages or something? Is it on this picture?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's six averages.
Okay,
Yeah.
probably we need the average from all the averages that we did on I think on Tuesday. That one.
Okay. I can't remember which one that exactly
Sixth
one is.
The last one, I think.
The last one. Well, bear with me then. I'll need to go back to because I wrote all of them down on a bit of paper for you, just in case you wanted all of them.
Have you got it, Romaldo?
Got what?
The average from last week, you know, the total average that we did.
1 second.
No problem.
Cam, is it not 13, 13, 6, 6, 2?
No, average of all averages was 1285 732. That was average of all averages.
Yeah, it was, yeah. 732, yeah. Got it.
Because our first average was 1297 725.
Okay, so that was the average. So guys, you can start submitting your coordinates and then we'll start taking them one by one. Okay, Romaldo just posted in the private chat. There you go. No problem. Yeah, so how confident are you guys with it? What about you, Paul? Are you confident on this picture? Or how many tickets you playing?
I'm more confident on this than I was on midweek picture. I'm probably going to do about 40 tickets. But I was just listening to what you were saying about going further away. See, what I'm thinking here is the guy's almost in full flight here. He's right at the top of his jump.
Yeah.
So the ball, that says to me, the ball can't be that far away from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a similar height to you there, but I'm more to the right. I'm past the point of his fingertip because I think he's at the top of his jump. So the ball can't be that far away from him. That's what I'm thinking.
So it's similar to that midweek competition where judges probably messed it up when really more to the left and everything. But it makes sense in a way, as you said, is on top of his jump and he has to, because if he's that far away,
he'll start coming down before the ball gets to him.
Yeah, it's very less likely that guy gonna reach the ball, like, you know. So it could be that. So we haven't heard from Colin. So what's your thoughts on this, Colin?
I think the player in orange is definitely going up for the ball, looking to win the header. If you look at the way he's slightly leaning forward, he looks like he's already going to head it. The ball, I reckon, is just in the shaded area, just before the shaded area, above his fingers.
Well, around this area, do you reckon?
Yeah, he's. If you look at the eye line of the blue player, he seems a bit more defensive. He's been hustled out of the ball.
Okay. Right. So it will be interesting to see where Paul went based on his explanation. So what's your coordinate, Paul?
1408,692.
So you're not that much to the right. So 692, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, I mean that's where well, not there, but around this area I was gonna go for, like when I first looked at it. And then obviously after doing the live stream and everything, then I thought just if you do the eye line and everything, it doesn't look like it's there. But obviously looking at the previous judging, they sometimes just go with the body language the way it is actually, and then they might just place their coordinates. And then also have to keep in mind it's going to be the average, not just one judge's opinion. So it depends where the average is going to land on this. So I'm 100% sure some of the judges will go around even that close, and then some of them will go really far away, and then up and down and all that. So it's gonna land somewhere in between, probably between the average coordinate and Paul's coordinate or something, or maybe near Paul's coordinate, which looks actually quite good to be fair. Only thing is, this guy obviously, even though he's very focused and everything, but looking at his facial expression, it doesn't look like he's quite not heading the ball yet, because he's still waiting. I know he's jumped, but his ball coming towards him, but he didn't lean his head back or something to head it or something like that, because obviously the ball is coming in a speed, obviously certain direction. So he's not yet, even though his body is, but his face or his head is not yet ready to go for the ball. So it might just be around that area. We'll see how it goes. So
see, I think the reason his arm's out like that is because he's going to whip that around now to propel himself forward a bit, because he's obviously jumping over the player below him.
Yeah,
and it's a natural thing to do, isn't it? Jump up with your arms in front of you and then pull them back quick to push you forward a bit more.
Yeah,
give yourself a bit of energy.
Yeah,
yeah,
because he wouldn't leave his arm there, because he's putting himself at risk of handballing it. But I think that's what he's going to do with his arm, is just quickly whip it around to push him forward a bit, propel himself.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to win the ball. The orange player, like you're saying, Paul. He's well off the ground, and he's got the more advantage of getting to the ball first. Anyway.
Yeah.
But as you can see on this picture, the guy in blue probably doesn't know that someone jumped from back of him, as in someone jumped already, because he's really focused on the ball. Now, looking at his arm and everything, he is about to jump as well, as you can see. He's quite confident. He's looks like he's quite confident, and he's just about to jump. So now, because he hasn't jumped yet, and he's just about to jump as well, so based on his body language as well, the ball is not going to be that close. Well, it looks like it. That's my opinion anyway. I can be wrong. So based on both of their body language and the eye line and everything, it looks like near the average. It's a good area. Now, if the ball was that much to the right where Paul went, he wouldn't be doing that, because obviously he will not be able to make it. This guy here, if he jumps, as you can see, forget this orange guy for a second. Imagine you are that person, you are there, or maybe that player is there. Now he is just about to, is balancing himself and just about to push himself and jump. So obviously the ball has to be by the time he jumps and the ball drops, it's a bit of a distance from him and the ball. So that's the reason why I think maybe if the judges, all depends how the judges see the picture. I mean, sometimes they just focus on one player, looks like, okay, as Paul just mentioned, if they just focus on the orange player too much, like they're 90% focus on just the orange player and just use this eye lining to measure the distance and everything, then obviously yes. But if they take both players into consideration, and if they give them 50-50, for example, as in they're both of their body language, the ball cannot be that close. But that's just me. I don't know if anyone agrees with me in the comment section. All right, we've got Father Steve with us. How's it going, Father Steve?
Yeah, not too bad, gentlemen. How's everybody?
Yeah, not
all
too
good.
bad.
Evening, Steve. Not too bad, buddy.
Father Steve, did you vote?
Steve-O.
I know what's winning. Top answers winning.
I did, yes.
Which one
What
did
one
you pick?
did you put?
Hey?
Oh,
I can't remember
Which one did you pick?
which one I picked now, actually. I think it was the bang one, I think.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that is obviously looks like that one is winning. So yeah, these are the statements, all the statements about you that by everyone. The special moments, some memories, you know what I mean, from back in 1000th century or whatever. Yeah, those who didn't vote yet, let me just share it very quick. So make sure go ahead and vote. So what do you like the most about Father Steve? And here is the option, guys.
I chose the first
He has
one.
passed his driving test on a horse. That's the statement, basically winning 51%. Second statement, he farted so loud and the big bang happened. And third one, his pet was his first pet was a T-Rex, which is a dinosaur.
I like that one.
Fourth one, he has invented fire. Obviously, he's the first person to invent fire, so they can fry dinosaur eggs for his breakfast. And the fourth one is a bit censored, but he used to use dinosaur dash to brush his teeth. So yeah, that one has got a fair bit of vote, actually, 25%. That's the second best. Let's see which one wins. So it'll be live till tomorrow until the new poll comes out. So guys, go ahead and vote. All right. So now, what do you think about what I just said, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I think the judges are going to concentrate on the player in orange.
Yeah.
Because he's dominant in this picture, isn't it? Every time you look at it, you're drawn to that player first.
Yeah.
I just think that's the one that they'll concentrate on. We've seen it before, like you said. We've seen it before a few times, haven't we? Where there's been two active players, and they seem to focus more on one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's similar to that other one that we had where they said the guy in white was looking straight up through his forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Celtic one, wasn't it? Where it had Celtic written up over?
No, quite recent. No, quite recent one.
Ah.
You know where they put it a bit left about 3 weeks ago.
But this picture is very similar to that one with the Celtic. You know where it ended up above the T cam?
Yeah.
If you remember, there was a guy crouched down, looking straight up, and there was another guy coming over the back of him, going for the header. If you remember, very similar.
Yeah. I mean,
and they,
to be honest,
they went straight up, didn't they, from the player below him?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the one you're on about. I was on about this Celtic one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
but that one, you know, the one that Paul talking about, he headed the ball already, I think, or was it?
The only reason why I mentioned it, the only reason why I mentioned that one is because it's kind of the same scenario.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've got the guy in orange, which is the guy in blue, in the one that I'm showing you, is jumping over the player that's still on the ground.
Yeah. Quickly, Father Steve, yes, go ahead. I think you'd like to say something about. Did you want to say something to Ross?
Royston. Yeah, Royston. Father Steve wants to know, do you want a beanie hat or bobble, and what size, please? Thank you. There you go.
Evening, Darren. Why don't you come on, buddy, instead of messaging us? Come on, we need your opinion, buddy.
Okay. Let me see which one Darren's talking about. Well, this one, okay. Yes.
Yeah, similar, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, well. Now, let me tell you something. You know the Santic one Paul was saying. Let me just get that on.
That was from last year, wasn't it?
We can. Yeah. I know which one was it. It's the RSQ8, isn't it?
Yeah.
RSQ8, the green RSQ8 one. Week 38. Oh, I mean 538 or something. Or was it 538? Week 38 or something. Let me find that 1 second.
I think it was a supercar week, or was it a car with a 60,000 pound? The guy.
That was the first 50k. First 50k.
Yeah.
You know when they did the 50k offer, the first ever 50k offer. That's where it was. Change the search. Okay, let me change it.
Was it around June or July last year? Something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Anyway, so we know the car and the color and all that, so no problem. Now I'll tell you this one here. I'll tell you the difference between them two and this one. Okay, now actually that one would make more sense. Reason is, you know, the one that Darren's saying here, he lost balance. This guy here, or because the other guy's killing him. Now going back to the fucked up judging one, you know, the one where I made that video and I just gave up.
Yeah, the one where I was
judging video, that one, when I basically gave up playing BOTB. Let me show you.
Take the teddies out the pram.
Yeah. What was it? Was it this one? No, that lady winner. There you go. Lady that played with 3 ticket. Anyway, right. Now, here he has lost balance because of that guy literally went on top of him. makes sense in a way. Reason I said the judging was messed up because of those 4 coordinates on the left. But anyway, so here also technically, I don't think even the ball being that close to him, I don't think he will be able to reach the ball based on his position. I don't think he'll be able to head the ball. He'll just miss it. On this one here, it makes more sense. But even on that, this guy, he lost balance because the other guy's pulling him. And obviously, that's the reason why he can go beyond his vision, where he's looking at. So that's why we went slightly even more to the right. So these 2 pictures is not the same with this, because this guy, he has got the control and he hasn't fell off or anything. As you can see, the level, he's level with this guy here. He's standing on the ground. He's standing on the ground as well. This guy jumped, but probably he hasn't got any idea that he jumped. But here, on the other one, this guy also, this is the picture we can relate it to, if you know what I mean. Now, on this one, if I just bring that closer. On this one, the other player is very close to him, but on the other one, he's not actually as close, because he's either very close to the camera or far away, or whatever. Because looking at the sides of them, I think it probably photoshopped. This guy probably photoshopped in the picture or something. But oh, look who's here! Look who's here! Anyway, now
hello, mate.
This one we can relate a little bit more with this picture here, because this guy is in control and the guy in yellow in control in both pictures.
Darren?
So that's the reason why I would say you have to, you can't ignore the fact that he's not looking straight up. He is in control and he is just about to head, thinking he's gonna get it, but obviously the other guy jumped already. He probably hasn't got any idea. Yes, Darren, go ahead. Give your opinion, mate.
For me, it's probably around his hand, maybe just a touch up from his finger, just above it in that shaded area.
Yeah, here.
No. Touch to the right.
To the right.
Just a smidge to the left now. There.
Yeah.
I reckon he's gone through the hand and the ball's over the blue guy at the bottom is looking through the guy's hand and the ball's come over. He's too far up in the air for it to be further away.
Yeah. I mean, when I don't know if you remember, when we first revealed the picture, that was my first look. But when I started drawing lines, I started to go more to the left, because that's where it matches the eye lining. And I already, as you probably saw it already, I've already played quite a few tickets, but we can try putting a few tickets there, that area anyway, more to the right, just in case if the judges think the same with, like, especially like this picture. Like even here, I don't know, the ball being that far away, I don't know how is he actually gonna reach the ball. Probably he's been running from far away and then he jumped, and he's gonna travel quite a bit to reach the ball, and probably the ball coming towards him, just somehow it's gonna engage.
When was this one?
This one was that was week 38, I think.
It was last year. Yeah.
September last year.
How many judges was on it? Who was the same judges and who wasn't?
On this one, quite surprisingly, all of them were in top of T, and we went there. Some people went here. Do you know what I mean? So on this, everyone went, like, judges just went straight up from his eyelining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they were quite tight together, weren't they?
If you go like
this area here
through his hand, it would be above. You see the right hand cross, just a touch to the right of that cross, and I reckon they'll go there. I reckon they'll put it as if they're looking through the hand that's already up in the air.
Yeah.
So just underneath his arm, he's looking at you.
No, just above his arm, like on top of his arm, just above it.
Yes, Colin.
Just have a look at this coordinate if you can. This could be a roundabout where Darren's saying. It's 1406 714.
Yeah. 1400.
Yeah, just on top of Paul's coordinate. Yeah.
That was my first original one when we looked at it.
Yeah.
That was where my first original thought was, because it was
I mean,
spot
I
on
know for a fact that judges, some of the judges will go not straight up, but there. Some of the judges will go there, and some of the judges will go up to here, probably. So it might just end up in Paul's area or Colin. I don't know. I mean, I don't see them going straight up like this.
No, I don't see him going straight up because he's leaning forward a bit anyway.
But you have to, right? Another thing I would like to mention. I'm doing a bit too much explanation. I stopped doing that about 2 years ago. But anyway, basically, the guy, his head is actually, he turned a bit more to his left, towards the camera, if you know what I mean. So I think the ball is not in between his both hand. It's near the camera, like this side, if you know what I mean. If it makes sense. Like that. Like that. Do you know what I mean? Not like that. No, man. I don't know.
If you look at the blue player, though, if you zoom in on his eye, he looks like there's a little bit of white eye on the left-hand side, but there's more white on the right-hand side. So that makes me think he's looking a bit more at an angle to the left.
Problem is, you can't even see his eye. This guy's eye.
No, not the other one.
It can. The orange player eye is squinting a bit. So if you zoom in really close, you can see that he's squinting. Yeah, like squinting up like that.
Would you think that he's squinting because it's pretty much close?
More likely,
it's got a black eye.
Yeah.
Or he's just obviously because he's jumped up, and obviously you've got the blue player that's got his elbow out, so he's probably thinking, right, I'm going to hurt myself here as well. So he's like going to wince.
Have we seen his pupil there?
Then the ball's coming down, so I reckon it's just before the ball's just before his hand. I don't think it's past it. I think it's just before. Probably,
I mean, if you draw lines, he's looking at that direction.
Yeah, I reckon I would go right in between the two crosses that are there already.
Yeah, that's the in between them two. Yeah, got you.
Yeah,
just above the. You've seen that black pipe. Just trying to be level with that.
Yeah.
So Darren, have you got a coordinate? Just a coordinate.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Paul. Yes. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry, and then I'll take Darren's coordinate.
I think when they're judging it though, they'll pick up on the fact that the guy in orange just about to win the ball, and he's
obviously he's going to win the ball. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you draw a line from that blue player, if they do that at that angle, and then one from the orange player, it's going to be way over, too far over to the left. That's why I think they'll ignore it. The blue player. Some of them won't.
Yeah. Yes, Darren. Go ahead. What's your coordinate?
1469 656.
Close. That's close to mine.
Okay, around this area. I mean, yeah, looks all right. It's just that guy from the blue, isn't it?
If I just jump on and just share it.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Just to give you a rough idea, because if you remember last time on that one that I've just shown you, my gut was above the hand, and at the very last minute, I think it was like 10 to 12, you stuck a load of tickets in the area where I was, and you got closer. But you was more down to the left of the hand.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about this one.
Yeah, you stuck them close to his hand, but I was up where you put the dots at the higher one. I said it was coming near that top right-hand corner of that chair, near the pole. And you didn't think it was up there. You thought it was a bit lower down.
Yeah, I went there originally.
Yeah, I think it's the same scenario. I literally think that people are going to go over to the left because the guy's eyes in the blue on this dream car one, it does look like he's leaning over to the left.
Yeah.
But orange guy's already in the air, which means it's pretty much going to be a split second and it's on his forehead.
Yeah.
I think it's above the hand, because if you look at his hand, that's a bit of a dodgy Photoshop in my eyes.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I reckon the reason why the guy in blue's standing like that, because he knows that he's not going to win it, so he's trying to like hold his ground and like put his arms up. I don't think he's going to. The blue was going to jump. I just think he knew that he wasn't going to win it.
Yeah,
I mean, he stood his ground.
Yeah, sorry, Dean. Sorry,
That's right. That's right.
But do you agree, Darren? The guy, the line that you drew, it doesn't make sense from the guy guy in blue.
The one that I've drawn there.
Yeah,
it does. If you look at his eyes, he's got white under his eyes.
Yeah.
His eye is, if it was over to the left, his eye would be more deeper into this bit here, where it's pretty much central to his eye.
Yeah.
So it's in the middle, kinda.
Yeah.
If it was over to the left more, his eye would be deep into the corner. But seeing as though it's there,
if the orange guy wasn't there, would you still go for that lining there that you got from the blue player?
If what? Sorry.
If the orange guy, imagine the orange guy is not there. So where would you go? Like if you start drawing line from the guy in blue.
If I was going to go anywhere, and the orange guy wasn't there, I would have gone there and there, which is pretty much where everyone else is, around this area. But
I don't think he's at full height of his jump.
I do. Look at his arse. His arse is above the guy's shoulder.
Yeah, I do as well.
He's at full stretch. He's a second away from.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
It's not to the left. It's more above his hand.
In the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his eye, it does look like it's over here, and I would agree it does look like that. But on more thought process, he's already in midair. Orange guy's going to win it. That that there would be the ideal spot for the ball being a second away from hitting his forehead. Because if it was over here, he's already in midair, so he'd be on his way back down, if anything.
Yeah.
But it's about that. I mean, 2 seconds. Even if it was just a touch to the left. 14-17 area. Well, 14-36-50 area. That would still fall within that area. It's not to the left. And I know that a lot of people have gone left. But if you think logically, the guy in the orange is already in midair. His arse is above the guy's shoulder, which means that he's pretty much at the maximum that he can jump. which means that it's very close to him. It's dropping down on him. I mean, I could see them doing it probably just above the hand there, maybe, so that he's not looking as sharply up, but he is. If you look at his eye, he's pretty much where I've lined it. But they could say it's there, between the orange and the blue. But for like most people's thought process of like going over to the left, it is logic. The blue guy's eyes, the orange guy's eyes, you just draw a natural position where they'd cross over, and like into the distance. And most people would be where they'd think it's not near the hand, because the hand would be like handball, obviously, but the ball's coming over his hand and it's going to hit his forehead. It's higher than his hand. He's not going to be able to move that hand by the time that ball hits his head. So the ball's got to be above the hand. Whereas some people have thought that he's going to swing his hand and like proper go in like that. He won't have time to do that. If that ball's about there, he ain't got time to fire.
Try a coordinate for me then.
Yeah.
1456 725. 725.
Darren.
What do you think?
Yeah. Maybe the average might fall there, but it's around there for me, and that's my personal opinion. I don't want everyone to jump on bandwagon and say that they've followed me and got it in the wrong area and all that sort of shit, but if it's left, it's left. If it's right, it's right. I've played that trick before where I've gone left and it's ended up being right. Now I'm saying that it's right. Cool. It could be left,
Yeah. It's all right, man.
Just cover all areas.
Catch 22. Catch 22, innit?
Yeah. But if you flick back to that other one, the other one was where his arms were open and he had his arms up in the air, and it was literally like just a smidge above his arm, and everyone was like, it can't be near his arm because of handball and stuff like that. But it's a 3D picture. The ball would fall between his hands, and the judges would know that as well. Like on this one, he's got his arm up in the air, so most people have gone left to stay away from the hand. For me, it's above the hand and it's coming down onto his head. It's just a touch higher with his eyes.
Yeah. Forget about all that. How are you feeling now? How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm getting there. And you can still see the bags and crap.
Yeah, you need to get Darren, but obviously when you're working, just get off live stream and go to bed quickly.
Yeah.
You stay till the end. You got to work in the morning, so
most nights I've been up till like 11:30, 12, 12:30, and I felt it the next day. And plus, when I'm driving in a van where I've got the heating whacked up, you're like,
yeah, I can imagine that. I've done that driving
8 hours and that. It's it catches up on you.
Yeah, normally you should just shoot off around about 10:30 then, and at least you could get 7-8 hours sleep, so you're all right with that.
Yeah. So I've still been watching. I was messaging Cam last night. I was saying, I think it's over here or whatever, but I was watching it on my phone laid in bed.
Yeah, watching it on the phone and actually joining different thing. Obviously, you can do that and watch it. Yeah. Romaldo, did you take any coordinate at all?
No, not yet. Why? I'll do them now then.
Yeah, there's quite a few people have submitted coordinates.
Yeah. Yeah, Darren, if you could just share your screen for a second. I'm just doing something quickly. Let's see. I'm just playing for you tickets. Let's see where I drew my lines and everything.
It's all right, Royston. You've got your area. I've got my area. You know, it's personal preference. I've played the picture before a couple of weeks back, and Cam was lower to the left, thinking it was further away, and I thought it was higher and above the hand, dropping down. So obviously, different. Everyone's got different thought processes. Just stick where you gut. You go where you go, and you know, see who gets zone 5 and zone 3 and zone 4. Like this week, you know, midweek, I was zone 3, nearly creeping into zone 4 because I went high. But previously, I did say it was down next to the guy's hat, in line with a red stripe across his hat. But the guy on the left with the beard, I thought that he wasn't looking that low. I thought it was a bit higher. So I was more higher up. And then when I played my tickets afterwards, I thought, shit, the guy's leaning forward, which means it's lower. Because if he was upright, the ball would be coming onto his chest. Whereas with him leaning forward, he'd be bringing his leg up. Just one of them things.
Agree there, mate. Agree there.
Do you think the player in orange could be going over the top of the player in blue?
Right, definitely. If you look at the blue guy, I'll share it again. On.
If you look at his position, the way he is, he could be falling on the top of him after the header.
I mean, he's obviously run and jumped, and so the motion is taking him forward anyway. He's not just stood there and jumped up vertical from a stood still position. So the momentum of him, he's going to foul that player. And as we know, BOTB love pitches where fouls are being committed most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
See, I this is paint. I did line it up there, but I thought that with it being there, with the ball travelling towards the guy in the orange, it would hit his hand. The guy in the orange hasn't got time to drop his hand before it's there. And with it being that far out, he's already halfway up into the sky. You know, his arse is above the other guy's shoulder. The blue guy, if he was going to jump, he'd be already kind of sort of a bit taller than the guy on the left. But he's actually crouching down, which means he knows he's like leaning forward. He knows that guy's behind him. So for me, I started to think it would be more here, like I've just shown you. But let me get rid of these lines. I thought it'd be about there, which would mean that it is sort of looking up, but it's still above and it's over the hand and it's going to hit the orange guy's head and it's more closer. I can't see it being further away. It's just personal preference, obviously, but he's halfway in the sky already, which is very close. You know, it's and orange guy here, he's looking not maybe over here, he's more up. I know he's squinting. 2 seconds, I'll zoom in.
But as you were saying obviously he's in full flight of the jump, and obviously sometimes, as you've played football like I have as well, Darren, and probably most of us have, when you're at full height, when you're jumping, and as you're going to be coming down, you put your arms down.
Yeah.
So you'd like jump, then obviously you header it, and then your arms go down. So
I can't get the
I see where your point of view is.
Yeah.
It's
Guys,
just
smash that like button, please. Let's
And obviously, when you're jumping, you do use your arm as a guideline, because obviously, if you do a line from his shoulder all the way up to his fingertips, that ball could, like where Cam's gone to the left a bit, it could be over a bit to the left as well. But I do see your point of view as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I mean, if you look at it, you can see his eyes a bit more where I've lined it up. It is a touch to the left, just a touch, but I think it is above the hand, like I've said before. You know, he can't move this hand in time for that ball being here to hit. And if you hit here, the way the ball curves to come in, if it's about here where everyone's putting it, it'd drop here straight into the middle of his face. But his arm would be in the way. He couldn't move his arm in time for that ball. And he hasn't got the full thing if he's got his arm crossed.
Yeah.
So if it's there, it could be just on the inside of this hand that's already in the air. It could be on the inside, just falling on the inside of that hand so he can hit it.
Yeah.
Because the other arm's down. So he's got this arm up and the ball could be coming across and he's got his arm up and it could just be falling straight onto the top of his head. You know, it's...
Yeah, because I think Royston said it. He was saying that his scenario was the orange guy's jumping up, and obviously his right hand, his proper right hand, is going to be touching the blue players to get more levitation as well. But like we said, that left arm looks photoshopped.
Yeah, it looks photoshopped, but it's I mean, it's how his finger is. You know, I can create the same kind of thing, but it's because he's tense. He's already up in the air. He's tensed up, but I don't think he's using the blue player as leverage.
Yeah.
But he's Siri. I think he's kind of ran in and just dive bombed it.
I don't know what that means.
Shut up, Siri.
She doesn't know what dive bomb means. What's dive bomb?
Guys, we've got nearly 120 people watching, only got about 35 thumbs up, guys. It's not fair. We can do better than this. Smash that like button, guys.
Yeah,
let's see if we can get to 100.
Ask Siri for coordination, Darren.
You what, sorry?
Ask Siri for a coordination.
You should send me to Timbuktu. If you think it's about there, where the cursor is now.
What is BOTB's coordinates for next week?
They'd both still see the ball. But if it's there, which is over to the left, which ain't really that far away in fairness, this guy's already up in the air.
So it's got to be closer to him, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say it's closer to
too early. Yeah.
Because what must go up must come down.
So, Darren, if the ball was further left, do you think the player in orange wouldn't be that high up?
This is
maybe
Ronaldo.
It depends, because obviously you've got the factor of how hard they hit the ball, how fast it's travelling towards them.
Yeah.
you've got that factor. So yes, it could be to the left if it's been smashed straight towards them. You know, it'll be there. It'll be above the hand, but it's just a case of how many go left and how many go right.
Yeah.
Here's a tricky one. Here's a tricky one. This one. Here's a tricky one.
But we've seen many of these scenarios where they disregard the hand, and a lot of people think that they'll stay away from the hand. But they know that it's like a 3D picture and stuff, and that the ball's going to drop in between the hands and stuff. So
Problem in here, because his hand is like that. It's like that. It's not like this. If you look at this picture, it's not.
his right arm's down. If his left arm's up, he's got all of this space for the ball to come down onto. His right arm's down.
You have a look at it. The left arm, his head is tilted to the left a little bit, and he's looking like that. He's looking through that side of the. He's looking at that side of the arm, not straight. If you know what I mean. Have a look at it.
So
as you can see, the bone in here, like it's proper stretched to the right. If you see,
yeah,
it
is like over like that, which it's hard to get the full strength of the connection if your arm is over and the ball's coming down across here. So that's what's making me think that the ball is higher than his hand, so he gets the top of his head.
Yeah.
Cam, do you so with your little theory there, do you think he's headering it as you look at the picture from right to left, or do you think that he's going to be headering it like if he was heading it towards us, like flicked it on like that way?
There's a possibility, because look at this guy. He's facing towards the camera. His whole body literally facing towards the camera.
Yeah.
So it's a 3D picture, obviously. So it could be more to the right, but not. I don't know. I mean, it could be more to the right. If you think about a 3D picture of ball, you know, it might just be quite higher. The ball could be a little bit far away, but as you can see in here, like now the way he's jumping, right? Technically, the ball should come in from that direction, but it's not. It's coming. Well, it's not coming straight from the camera side. Bit of an angle, and look at him. He's facing this direction towards the camera. This guy here, you know, he's not facing like this guy here because he jumped, and somehow, like, probably his left arm gonna go to the right, and like the way Darren actually showing, that might just happen in real life, like in this picture. I don't know. I'm just saying, just because the way his hand stretched to the right, basically, he's going to the right and looking through this angle. So I don't think he's looking that high, but this guy is, obviously. So because, you know, it might just be slightly far away. But yeah, I mean, I can be wrong. It's just my theory anyway. But saying that, I also played few tickets just to, you know, when I gave that coordinate to Darren, that was between Darren's and Paul's coordinate, I think. And I played around 10 tickets, started from there, and then went up a little bit. I never did that much of a spread on my thing before. It's first time ever. But anyway, just in case, I mean, just I thought. But I don't think it's going to be there. Doesn't look like, because on a full res picture, if you look at it, he's looking at least like left hand side of his fingers. I don't see him looking straight, well, not straight up, but through in between his both hands. I think he's looking in that direction, where obviously that's my free ticket, but in between that and this is a good spot, I would say.
So you don't think he's heading it straight on? You think he's going to be heading it so it's
because look at him, as this guy here, he's facing to the fuck's sake. All right, he's facing to the camera side, like, you know, where the picture was taken, obviously an angle, and he's looking that direction, but not like completely to the left. You know how we drawing lines and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all got different opinions, and we have to work out, take all the opinions, and do the best, come up with the best possible coordinates. So
I'm just trying to think like the judges, really, because obviously
yeah. That's how it is. I mean, every judge has got their different opinions, even though they're professionals. But everyone got their different opinions. Like Darren has got his own thing. He's gonna go there. I'm gonna go probably here. And even though I went played a few tickets on that area, Dean thinking it differently, Paul thinking it differently. Romaldo got his own opinion. Colin got his own opinion. So we have to combine all of that and then try to come up with the best possible coordinate. So I think for this week, all of just our panel average probably going to be the best average. And obviously, considering that the fact that we can take people off who's really far away from the cluster that we're going to get. And I think we're going to do that on midweek tomorrow. I mean, on the VIP stream tomorrow, and we'll try to come up with the best possible coordinate tomorrow. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so Romaldo, do you take the coordinates?
Yeah, is there any last minute ones that people want
it's
to add?
in. Well done, Everton.
Did you take my one, the last one that I did?
No.
Didn't Everton score?
Yeah, 3-3 final whistle.
Yes.
Yes, get in there.
Literally,
Alkev Patel.
they went
Alkev Patel.
they went 2-0 down, then they went 2-2, then they went 3, then Everton just scored right at the last moment.
Is it Everton winning? I thought it was 2-0. I was like,
Come on, Colin Devo.
Literally, it was who was it?
Did you map the coordinates that people put in the chat? 'Cause I want to see what the spread's like.
Lewin.
What breed is
How
that?
many coordinates there?
Quite a lot. Well, not too many. About just over 20.
Mine was like 1456 725. Obviously, we got 1456 725. So, what was I gonna say? Obviously, we've done a video about this already. We saw the spread and everything. So, I mean, because we were talking in detail about this picture, so we didn't get time to take coordinates today. But yeah, let's just go with the average then. What was the average?
I'm just doing it now.
Okay, no worries.
Alright, someone's just added one. Let me just add this one on.
I've got a new one if it helps.
Yeah,
what is it? I'll put it on.
1379 731.
We have got one. He's at the top of the screen. Right at the top.
The example of the man. If someone say how man, as in if someone wants to give you an example of a man, they say go and have a look at Cam. That's the man right there. Do you know what I mean?
Not in the chat, you're not. You're that Kimberley guy.
Man. Yeah, true. If any women's interested, let me know. I had two of them interested, but they said they can only join probably once in every other week and this and that. So I want to be of a regular, someone regular with a lot of experiences. This is not all just about like adding people in. You need to have a bit more. You need to know a bit about BOTB and how things works and everything. Like in simple words, you need to add values to people's life. Obviously, everyone's spending time in here watching our streams. At least we can give some good advice to people. Do you know what I mean?
Just put a wig on, Cam. There you go.
That's Dean. That's Dean's duty. Dean does. Come on, Dean. You're the lady today.
It's not Babe Station.
Cam, the way you said that, you just remind me of a song. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies.
£1 fish.
What's Babe Station? I don't know what that is.
They do seem to be doing well, though, don't they, lately? I mean, they've obviously got the eye for it.
Yeah.
Well, 2 on the trot, isn't it?
Well, you know, no disrespect, but the lady who won the midweek competition, not yesterday's one, the week before when I kind of gave up.
She's only 22.
She's basically, yeah, because she probably didn't see what she put on coordinate, so she probably thought like me when I first started playing. I thought that's probably for the verification purposes, not to spot the ball. So she won, got extremely lucky.
Yeah, Cam, I think you should have did the spread because it's further to the right than last time. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. That'll take ages, man. 1 second.
I've posted it in the thing anyway.
Okay, let's see the average first. We got the average anyway, so okay, right. So the average from last well, not last week, from Tuesday was 1285, 732. That was, you know, last stream's average. But today, based on today's coordinate, the average actually moved quite a bit. So which is to the right, which is 1352 and 719. Okay, so let's just put this in the comment section very quickly. I don't know what summary actually I'm gonna make today. Okay. It's only gonna be Darren probably in my summary today because he's the one who explained the most. All right, guys. So we got the average now, which is 1352,719. Go ahead.
Sorry, add yourself in there as well because you're speaking about it being a little bit left, so it covers both areas really. Because I don't want any backlash if I go right and other people follow or whatever.
No, guys. If no, don't worry. Don't even worry about it, Darren. Don't worry. So I mean, don't worry because it's I talk about a lot of sometimes I talk about this picture, but which is completely wrong. So it's entirely up to you guys. If you like to follow us, it's entirely up to you. But there's no guarantee that you're gonna get close or anything. Do you know what I mean? You might just you might just win. You might be in runner up or might be in zone 5. So you have to.
Testament, guys. Don't take our coordinates as gospel. Just go with your gut and just work around it.
Yeah.
To be fair on this picture, I ain't playing nowhere near how many tickets I would play because I mean a couple of weeks ago I even missed out on a picture because I judges can piss up the wall and go left, right, up, down, wherever, but it possibly be the same on this one. I can see it being.
You got snow.
It would possibly be.
You got snow.
Anywhere around there.
Sorry.
You know, quite a big area that it could possibly be.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pixels to cover. Now, if the judges do go there, or if they go more straight up and they go like over here, or they could go over the left, they could go in the middle, you know, anywhere past his arm there, I don't think it could go in line with his hand just above it, and he'd still see it. If they go left, then yeah, he'd still see it, obviously. But it's one of them where it could be there, you know, just left or right in the middle, and that's a large area to try and cover.
Yeah.
So I mean, a good.
AH sent a picture on WhatsApp. Let me quickly share it. So he's asking for the thoughts. What do you guys think?
What? Where is crosses or where the target is? Is that?
No, the target probably.
Too close to his hand.
And the target is too big. I wish the target was that big at our age.
Yeah. Zone 1's too close to his hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll end up there. But just going back to what you were saying, Darren, about people following us individually. I mean, the whole idea is we've all got our own opinions. We all put our coordinates in, and that's why we create an average. And it's the same with all the guys watching. I mean, the overall average is an area that people generally should follow because it's an average of what is 120 people watching. I mean, if Cam takes 30, 40, 50 average, coordinates, the average is generally, I mean, most people would say they've got closer since they've been watching your streams. Well, following the average, you're going to be there or thereabouts, unless they really mess the judging up. And then it doesn't matter where any of us go. If they mess the judging up, then we've seen.
How many judges do you think on this one they're actually going to go high?
Well, at least 2 of them are going to go high. At least 2.
Because if you look at that one, let's say that it's there. We could do the pencil. Let's say that isn't working. Maybe 1 there. 1 here. Some might even say it's around here. Maybe there. And it's all a case of.
Might even get higher than that if Ren's on as well, because
it could be there in line with how high that is. But if that's the general gist, then the average of all of these, like if 2 go high, which could be like here, then it could fall and let's say here. And that's pretty much literally just above his hand, but still coming down.
Yeah.
But I can see the spread being like that. I can't see them coming like anywhere above that. If they do, they need a bullet.
It could be you'd be surprised at where they can go. So.
Yeah, I mean, Roger, he's so inconsistent. 1 minute he's bang on, and the next minute he's absolutely way off, isn't he?
Yeah.
You just never tell, can you, with him?
Yeah.
The last 2 times Roger's had a break, he's come back and he's got it spot on.
He did last one. He was the best, one of the best ones. I mean, some of the others were shocking, but Roger redeemed himself a bit after being shocking the 2 weeks before.
Hi, Chris. How's it going? Hope you're good. Submit a coordinate, Chris. Let's see. I'll play for the Hurricane that you won. And I play a Bentley from Darren's coordinate.
Which Bentley?
The GT in it, the Continental GT.
Who added one or the other one, the green one?
Is there 2? I didn't notice.
Yeah, because you've got the green one that's in the headlight one, and then you obviously got the blue one. I think they're different.
I think they've made the. Do you know the Tesla, the Plaid, not the Plus version, but the regular one? Have they made it permanent car now because it's on there? The regular Plaid, not the Plus.
What Midweek?
The Tesla? No, on the Dream. They've added the Plaid.
Yeah.
Not the plus one, which is the really expensive one, but they've added the played one.
Let's just have a look, mate.
Plus one.
It's,
What do you mean?
it's next to the Taycan.
Oh, the long range plus. Did you mean?
Yeah, it's not the plus one. What was on last week? It's just the regular S played. It's still 1.99 seconds, 0 to 62.
Yeah.
Where is that gone?
So £3.60 a ticket. Yeah, next to the Taycan, isn't it? Yeah.
Model S played, Model X played, Model 3 Performance, Model 3 Standard Range Plus. Yeah, there's only 4.
Yeah, what I'm saying, because last week they had the played plus, but now this week they've added just the regular played, and it looks like it might be permanent because it's on here now.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay. Dean, I was talking about the blue one, the W12, the V12.
Oh, yeah.
Not the V8.
Yeah.
Let me quickly reply to Apresh. Where is he gone? Apresh. Basically, he said he disagreed that his wife was getting very close and all that. Now, all I meant, like I said, I had two ladies who told me to join the stream, but they were saying, "Oh, I don't even know how to do all of that, like especially BOTB." So literally, what I do is just play near the average every time. So yeah, that's what I meant. But obviously, I would still say that the midweek winner, that lady that won 3 tickets, she will never win again. Basically, if they do good judging.
Cheers, Royston.
Thanks, Royston, but you don't have to, bro. Don't worry.
Somebody's put, let the dog pick a coordinate.
Go for it, Colin.
All you need to do, Colin, lie your laptop like kind of upside down, put some biscuits on it, and tell him to lick it. And wherever it licks first, that's where you should play.
Yeah. She'd probably do better than me, Cam.
Yeah, put the biscuits all over the screen. Just see which one he takes off.
Yeah.
Red Peanut, who's the one with no skill?
How's it going? Hope you're good, Mr. Gary. Hi, Lucky Day. Hope you're good.
Hello, Gary. Evening.
Yeah, 13K. How long have you been following me, Gary? He's the entertainer. In the group, we got Andrew, and in the comment, we got Gary with his different names. Anyway. Wheeler just joined. Is it Roger Wheeler? The picture is confusing. Blue player is looking at the left.
Okay, Red Peanut.
Red Peanut saying the girl is caught in that one poor judging. Yeah, I mean, she won because of the poor judging, basically.
Hey, Cam, what do you think of the picture I sent you? I sent you a picture.
They put that comment.
February, March. That's amazing. Let me see. Yeah, that time probably I had last year, February time, probably I had about 5,000 subscribers, probably, or less than that, maybe. I forgot. Yeah, it looks perfect, man. Looks good. Kind of matches
what's
up.
the weather like your way, mate?
I would still say no. Actually, no. It looks good. It looks perfect, man.
What did you say,
What's
Steve?
the weather like where you are, Darren?
You can show it if you like. See what other people think. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's all right.
That's it.
Shall I show? What did you send me on
Messenger. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you download WhatsApp, man?
I don't like WhatsApp on PC because continuously asks me to log in, even though I click to remember me.
That's because
I still have to.
I have to go on my Facebook every day to send him the link.
Because I have to get on my phone, click the QRC code thing, and log in, and it's a pain every time.
No, it's easy. No, not every time. You only.
No, I click remember me, but it doesn't work half the time. Sometimes it auto logs you out next time I turn my PC on, because I don't keep my PC on 24/7.
Okay.
So.
I don't. My laptop.
I don't know.
Let me have a look.
The wife's laptop works fine on WhatsApp as long as I have my phone on.
So I have to use my phone to go scan the QR code to log in.
That's it. I've only ever done that once though.
I can confirm not related to the No, I like Roger, man. Roger does good. Roger. Wow. When I joined, I didn't, like him, but now he actually does good. I'm happy with it.
He was bang on the last one, to be fair.
Okay, so that's the picture Ronaldo sent. There's looks all right. I'm happy with that.
I can't see it.
Oh,
you not shared it.
Actually, sorry. All right, go ahead.
He's gonna keep the coordinate to himself. That's why.
No, it didn't give me a coordinate, bro.
You can see where it is.
Yeah, guys, smash that like button. Let's see if we can reach to 100 likes tonight. So that would be great. Smash it.
Did they say that the blue circle is the size of the ball though? Because that's
no in there. On this picture, well, if that's the size of the circle, then that's not the size of this. Normally, the blue circle is the size of the ball.
I think the ball would be about if you go halfway between the blue. I think between the blue, like halfway, and then go around.
That is dread. Partially blind, yeah.
Well, he has been there a long time.
Yeah.
He's been there right from the start, hasn't he?
Remember, we were reacting to the very old judging, from back in 2002.
He was sat there, wasn't he?
Maybe he needs like a month vacation or something because he's been there like nearly every week for the past how many years?
Yeah,
but he don't look
any
older, does he? He don't look any older than he did when he was first there.
Same. How old is he? I need to actually Google it.
He's got to be in his mid-30s.
Shan, he must sleep in the fridge at night.
He looks the same.
Who's that you're talking about?
He looks the same back in 2003, bro.
What if they've already done these pictures a long time ago and recorded them in advance, and then just playing them after each?
Imagine
they recorded them all back in like 2002, every single judging video, and then just playing them now.
Yeah. I think that target you put was a good area. Where the zone 1 target was, a surrounding area.
I'd love the judges even more when they pick my coordinates and I win.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, mate.
You're in the trade and everything. When you go to like Screwfix and all that lot, do you get ID to pick things up?
Yeah, you can do. Look, when they get to know you, it's all right. But if I go to a different branch, like I have been lately, I've always got to either show my card or my driving license.
Yeah.
See, that's pretty standard.
I tried showing them my bank card with my name on it, and they was like, "No, we can't accept that." So I kind of tricked them. I changed it a couple of weeks back, and I changed my bank card, so I always had a bit of ID on it. So they was asking for photo ID, and I says, "Well, my driver's license is at home." So I changed it, and I put my face on my bank card.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "There's my face with my name. It's me."
Yeah, like, I used to like, when I had Barclays. Yeah,
we've never had that.
Yeah.
Normally, they just ask you for the card that you've used to pay for it.
Yeah, I pay by PayPal, so it's.
Okay, mate. Yeah.
Mr. Carrot, Gary Lineker has to pay me to be on the stream. He said, "Can I join?" I said, "Oh, you have to pay me £1 million to be on my stream." But then he said, "No, too expensive. Can't afford you."
Darren,
you get your photograph on your card, Darren?
Ex Tottenham player.
Who? Lineker.
Gary Lineker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
did you
thought
say,
he was a
Steve?
Leicester fan.
Gary,
He played
how
for
did you get
Spurs, but he's a
your
Leicester fan.
Ace, how did you get your picture on your bank card?
It's free. Barclays do it all the time.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, you can do it online. You can, you know, when you log into your online thing, you can do it.
Darren is lucky. We want a bit of that luck, Darren.
Proper hammered, but
I nearly had it last week.
the chip is all broken and scratched and stuff. But I had my face on that from a little boy. But all the chip and stuff, like all here, was all scratched off and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got nothing against Prost, to be fair, but as long as it's not
He's
a
a
Liverpool.
Leicester. He's a Leicester supporter. He played for Spurs.
They scored in the 5th minute of injury time. Everton.
95th minute.
Get in. That's normally Fergie time. Now Fergie time is getting back to them.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you remember when Leicester won the Premiership, he said before, didn't he, had a bet with Ian Wright that he would do match of the day sat in his boxer shorts.
I think he did.
Yeah, I've been at that.
Yeah, did you?
Did as well.
Yeah,
They were pretty tame ones, though, weren't they? I was expecting him to come out with some budgie smugglers or something, but he was a bit boring. Not that I particularly want to see his landing gear or nothing, but you know, I thought he might have been a bit more adventurous.
Excuse me. Colin, we need to win tomorrow. We can get further away with the league.
Comment for Father Steve. He's gonna win this week, is it?
Would be nice.
Yeah, I thought he did on Friday when he put that comment in WhatsApp.
Yeah. I was fairly, Darren, I was fairly confident with the picture last week. I did say on the stream on Sunday when Cam was asking everybody how confident do you feel, I said 90%. That was the reason why I said 90% because I came a runner-up. Because I knew I studied that picture a lot. With this one, I'm not really studied it a lot.
I'll tell you something. I've studied less on Dream Car this week than I have midweek. Midweek is very, very, very nice picture.
Yeah. On that third tile of the roof.
Even though they've increased the pixels, which would effectively make it harder, I think midweek is a lot easier than this Dream Car one.
Yeah.
Dad, just going back to that, what you just said there, do you think it's necessary then to double up tickets then when there's more pixels?
Yes.
Or do you still think go with that?
You don't know how many are playing across the world, so you just double them up, just peace of mind. I mean, you won't want to get runner up and basically £1,000 and realise that the 1 week that it could be you didn't double up and you thought that you were safe with having more pixels or something, and it turns out that you are the winner but not the winner because you didn't double up and someone else did.
I mean, I generally at least triple, but I just thought, with the more pixels, that'd be interesting to see how many actually get it bang on.
Yeah.
The winner.
See, I find it. It's a bit funny how they've increased the pixel size on a picture that you can't really get wrong with the area. So it's, are they enticing people to keep playing by giving easier pictures now and again, or?
You say that, but the judges can get it wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
the players.
But effectively on the midweek, it is probably straight up, and it's just how high. That's the only hard bit.
Yeah.
And I've said that before with every other picture, and I was saying it on the stream a couple of weeks back. It's always the outside eye. Romaldo was repeating me what I was saying last week. He repeated it all last night about midweek. You know, it's always going with the outside eye that they're leaning into. You know, the midweek couple of weeks back, it was in line with that eye. Midweek last week or the week before, the one that I didn't play, that was pretty much in line with the eye, even though they proper messed up on that one.
They were close, yeah.
You know, it's generally above the eye when it's quite just in front of them.
Yeah.
Just to answer Mark Zanka Drums, when we talk about doubling up, obviously you do your original coordinate, then you do 1 pixel away to the right, 1 pixel to the left, and 1 up, 1 down. Or you can carry it on to 2 or whatever. It's up to you, whatever you can afford, really. That's what we mean by doubling up or triple up.
I mean, if you kind of know the area of where you want to play, and that is your gut area, then there's no harm, obviously, affordability in doing like a block, you know, 5 across, 5 down, and do 5, 5, 5, 5, you know, 20, 30 dots.
Is it the DeLorean winner? So I wish I could play, but I have to wait for 10 months after winning the DeLorean. Yeah. You get blocked on you.
Is it Declan Halfpenny?
Did he take the car or did he take cash alternative?
Did you take the car or cash?
broken down by now, anyway.
It's all right. Yeah, and he lives down the road from where.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Literally right down the road from where he lived. That's where they used to make the DeLoreans.
Yeah, you're saying.
And they've got plenty of spare parts.
Oh, he took the cash.
Took the cash. Yeah, took the cash. Wise choice.
Did it come with a magazine? But did it come with a magazine though? The one that
Adamat, yeah.
got the future BOTB results in there as well.
Should have kept the car and gone back and got better coordinates and chose a better car.
Yeah, but the trouble is, it never would have started in the morning.
How many people can say that they've got a DeLorean? You know, that's quite a rare car.
What if you did an engine swap on it?
A vintage car.
40 grand for a car that won't start.
Easy fix, easy start, and all that. Jump start.
Easy start. Yeah, a bit of the old cocaine in it.
Put a Honda engine in it, and then it will start every time.
What, a bit of easy start?
Just choose a Honda.
Spray that on the engine and that.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons the company went bust, wasn't it? Because there were liability on them. They were just always forever coming back. So either electrical or
some manufacturer faults all the time. Yeah.
Question for him: did you actually won that car? As in, you know, when you played, or you just bought that ticket or something, and then play some for the other cars? Like, did you want to win that car? If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or was that the only car you played?
Yeah.
Do you know what? If I ever won Euro Millions, I would buy one because I'm mad for anything in the 80s. I love it. I mean, I grew up. I was in my teenage years in the 80s, and I love it. Love the music, you know, and all the rest of it. So, and the film, obviously. So, I would have one if money was no object. I'd have one just to look at because, like I said, I know it wouldn't start, but it'd be nice to have one.
Yeah, and Kit, Knight Rider, the 18
Yeah,
band.
Knight Rider. Yeah.
I thought you were hitting early 40s around that time, though, weren't you, Paul?
No, yo, we need to see that.
That's a bit of a dig.
Just out on the GTR. You're a man off my own heart.
I'm not saying a word, Paul.
Darren, you're
So
another
one DeLorean was the winner.
You're another one that sleeps in the fridge at night. You haven't changed since you're winning video. Not a speck of grey hair, look.
7 tickets for Nissan and 1 for the DeLorean. So his DeLorean was the winner.
I'm trying to catch up with you, Paul. Be a silver fox and all that, you know.
Yeah, but you got to stop using the bottle, mate. You got to be just be natural. It's trendy now, anyway. People pay a lot of money to have her hair this colour.
Yeah.
George Clooney.
Could you imagine Cam being letting his natural hair colour come through?
Paul, how many types of pets do you have?
I mean, come on, it's in his beard. He might as well just let it go free with his hair.
Yeah, you got the little strip out of that.
Nah, it's well.
Declan, would you captain GTR if you won the GTR? Would you be Declan?
Yeah, good question. That.
What, Shan?
How many? Someone's asking how many types of pets you have. IG2. Sorry, I2G.
I2G, yeah.
Sorry, I said it mumbled up there.
I got an African grey parrot. I got 2 cats and 6 dogs.
Amazing.
6 dogs.
Amazing. Paul's a pet lover and a pet carer.
Well, this last year I had 7 dogs, but I lost one of them. I lost a dad because we got springers and a bull mastiff and a terrier.
Terrier. I love bull mastiffs, mate.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Yeah. I mean, neighbour used to have one of them.
Grey, Paul?
African grey parrot, yeah.
Paul, how old's your African grey?
How old is he? 24, 24, something like that. 24 years old.
What's in that age?
I've got one. He's only 8.
8. They can live to 70.
Is it?
No way.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
When me and my missus did our will, we had a guy come round to our house and he sat with us to do our wills, right? And right at the end of it, after he spent a couple of hours going through it, he said, "Oh, finally, what about the parrot?" And we said, "What about him?" And he said, "Who are you going to leave it to?" And I said, "What do you mean, who are you going to leave it to?" And he said, you told me he's like 22 at the time. And I said, yeah. He said, well, he could have another 50 years in him, yeah? So he's probably going to outlive you, Paul, and your missus. So who's going to have him? Leave him in your will. And I couldn't believe it. I Googled it. And they do. They live to about 70.
Obviously, if you obviously give them right food and water and all these kind of things, they probably,
Yeah, just like him.
Oh, is that the one you got?
Yeah, mine's not tame now, though.
Is it?
He's not even looking at Steve.
Look. They got African grey.
Have your pet right off.
Paul, is that your bull mastiff down there?
Down here?
Just further. Yeah, further back, it looks like some dog lying down. So is it?
I'll show you him.
Paul.
I love bull mastiff. Yeah, he always lies on that cushion. That one.
Yeah.
Paul,
quite warm and relaxed.
Can you do me a favour?
That's a parrot over there in the cage.
Oh yeah.
Can you do me a favour, Paul?
Yes, mate.
You know when you, God forbid it, but you know when you think that it's about time that you're going to start seeing pearly gates and everything.
Yeah.
Can you teach your parrot some rude things so that the next person has to put up with it?
Oh, yeah. He does all the fart noises and all that, but he won't swear. I've tried for years, but he will not swear.
Damn.
Clever thing.
I said the F word once.
Is it? Yeah, mine won't. Tried it. Oh, he says Arsenal.
Oh, that's a swear word in itself. Definitely.
Don't talk about Arsenal. Dean's not happy about it today.
Yeah, he says Arsenal.
Referee cheated us yet again.
Was it Matt Dean?
Steve, see if you can teach him to say, how about that, eh? How about that, eh?
Just imagine they're playing the winning video and all you hear is the parrot in the background.
Yeah, parrot constantly. How about that? How about that?
But mine does all the ringtones and everything. The phones, the noises.
Imagine William rings you and the parrots in the background like,
yeah. How about that, eh?
It repeats Williams. How about that?
I'll have Steve's eye out in a minute.
Yeah, see, I can't do that with mine.
It's supposed to be here.
No.
I can't
Where's
do
that?
it. Mine got aggressive. He just got all aggressive. He like bit me and he drew blood. He bit me to the bone on my finger. I stick my finger in the cage and stroke his belly.
No.
And one day he just bit it and he went straight to the bone.
No way.
Yeah, he just got all aggressive. I mean, we used to open the top of his cage, and he like the cage opens up like that, and he would get up and sit on top and walk around like that. But he just goes nuts now. But he's happy because he's got all of his feathers. If he was stressed or unhappy, he'd start losing all his feathers. And he was sat there just looking. Yeah. So he's happy enough.
Steve, did you know that on your shoulder you've got a bit of bird shit?
Yeah, bird shit.
That's good.
I got.
That's good.
Good luck. No, it's a bit of feather.
It's feather.
You're into birds.
I2G, I didn't actually watch the game.
Did you
Don't shout that one here. It would be like a Spurs emblem.
Do any of you interested in pigeons as well, Paul, Steve?
Nah.
Have you heard of Medina pigeons? I used to have pigeons when I was young. I used to have pigeons when I was young. Yeah.
Not enough meat on them.
I used to have pigeons when we were young in my dad's backyard. Used to call them Medina pigeons. Remember them?
Is that fart into the cage from the outside? Like point your arse at it and like gas it out, or just near it?
Yeah, mine does fart noises. He does that all the time. This is quite funny.
But as you fart, like stick your arse
where he learned it.
Fart and just walk off and look back and just go, how about that,
You know, how many times would he say how about that in 2 minutes of a video, William? If you go back to 2015, I think the bloke who won the M2, the funny orange colour, he kept on saying it every 2 seconds. In 2 minutes. Yeah, do you not know, William? He kept on saying it. How many times is he saying that?
No, it's the orange colour, I mean. Is that what you said?
No, the colour of the car was the orange he's picked. And William kept on going about how about they, and then how about they. You know, literally in 2 minutes, how many times he said it. It's crazy what he does.
I'll keep saying that to mine, and he might pick it up one day. Sometimes he's really quick picking the stuff up, and other times he can't be asked.
What you should do, Paul, is put the animation thing on of Rio. See if it picks up any words from the animation thing called Rio, because it's got like all parrots and stuff like that on there.
Yeah.
My kids always watch it.
Art says hello, hello Google. Yeah, Art says hello Google.
Why? Now tell them why.
Because I said
spent all week.
Mother Steve's going to win first, then Father Steve. She's going to be the next midweek winner.
As well.
Steve, Mother Steve's going to win. She's going to be the third woman in a row then to win. I've got a feeling if she does midweek.
I'll choose the car first.
Then I can have 2 parrots.
What did you say, Mother Steve?
Message. She's 8. Sorry?
What did you say, Mother Steve?
Then I can have 2 parrots.
Pardon?
Yeah, nice try there, Darren. She's not as green as you think.
Hey, Steve. You know, if you win, if you win,
yeah.
can you please just do this, just one thing, literally, that's all I ask for, just this one thing. I'll show you. It's not much, you know. I think it'll suit you.
Does it involve taking your clothes off?
Oh,
just about there.
Tattoos on your bald patch.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's good.
Just a lawnmower, you know. Just
yeah, I know. Sharam shared it on our one of the not blah blah that 69BS show. I remember.
I did have a full head of hair when we was here, Darren.
I was going to say, if it's that circumference, like that one that you had the lawnmower, and instead of doing the lawnmower, you could do the Liverpool. I don't know if it's the Liverpool Square Stadium. Is it round or square?
Square.
That's a good fact.
I don't know if it's
the oldest African player lived to 109. Whoa, it's amazing life. 109 years old.
Get a rabbit tattooed on your head because they look like hairs from a distance.
Yeah. Cheers, Paul. When you work collect next, Paul.
Oh dear. That tickled Mother Steve, huh?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome, mate. Anytime.
Can't wait for tomorrow's match, guys. Steve and Paul. It's going to be a tricky game.
So.
Are you back in Sunday?
Yeah, he made a boo-boo, didn't he?
Overtime tomorrow.
What time is the match?
4:30. So you're all right with the live stream. You're all right. It'll be finished by
we would have won
6:30
by the time you come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's given us the advantage now because United drew, so we can increase our lead to 8 points.
I tell you what, this is one guy you need to get on here. He does. He creases me up. And Hasan Khan, he's another one, isn't he?
And Andrew Ems.
Pair of them. They're the one. Those two, Hasan Khan and Abu, are the two that come up with all those questions you've got on about Steve. The survey about Steve. It's those two guys that came up with all those.
What?
I don't know Harry. Was
that
that parrot?
Paul?
Hey? No, it's not mine. No, he's asleep.
I don't know Harry. That's what I thought I heard.
I don't like vapes, red peanut. That just reminded me to go for a fact, so I'll see you guys in a second.
Yeah, I'm just going to spend a penny as well.
I've tried vaping, to be honest.
All right. I think Cam needs to become a priest quicker than he thought.
This is that's enough. Yeah, this could be.
Yeah, Abu should come on. Him and Hasan Khan.
Yeah. They do crack me up.
Yeah. Hasan Khan, I think he has a good go at Steve. He's always on about Steve.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard or seen Pike since he had his windfall?
Pike? He was on the other day. He was on. I think he was on last Sunday.
But
What's he won then?
He won $1,000, didn't he? So he must have had the winning coordinate.
Oh yeah, on the football.
Because he got $1,000, didn't he? But I haven't seen him since.
He's sipping the apple.
No, did he get the winning coordinate?
He's on that classy. Well, he must have if he got $1,000. He didn't get runner-up because that's 200 quid, isn't it?
Yeah,
he got $1,000. So he must have had the winning coordinate, and then obviously the next one wasn't anywhere near it.
Hopefully,
you know what? The mistake I made on that runner-up coordinate was I didn't double it up, guys. I should have doubled up.
I hope Lily Rose isn't looking at that comment. She might get a bit upset.
We're good at
open relationship. That's a modern thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try before you buy and all that.
Back in your day, it was marriage, and then you got to seal the deal, wasn't it?
Fuck me. No, I ain't. Not quite that bad, mate. We had AIDS and all that shit flying around at the time in the 80s. That scared us all shitless. Kept it in our pants.
That is true, Paul.
Why not? Remember, we were all shitting ourselves. We was trying to think who we, walked home the week before.
Exactly.
Do you think
apparently there's a really good documentary on about all that at the minute, isn't there? It's a Sin or something. How they treated people, Yeah, I think it's on TV. I think it might have started. I haven't watched it. But...
The worst one that they treated.
Video online this morning. This video on WhatsApp this morning about the virus and that. About the.
It's a like a drama series.
AI in it. No. This was someone put a video on this morning about AI and.
It was Chris, I think. Yes.
Hour long, anyway.
Yeah.
I watched it. So it makes you think when you've seen that sort of stuff, but. We'll see what happens.
Dr. Quinney, the 80s was a good time to be a wanker. Absolutely. I know plenty of them.
We were only a baby.
Some people are still the same.
In the 80s, we were just a baby.
I've met plenty of wankers, especially in the job that I do. Full of them.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't had confirmation. So they could. They might. You never know.
Possibly could watch it. I mean, we know Roger Wheeler. Sometimes been on the chat.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually him. I think someone's changing their name.
Is it somebody here? They keep going on about Roger.
But if all judges did watch us, the coordinates would be much better. So I don't think they do.
No.
Yeah, I think they've probably been told to stay away because they don't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would police that, though. You think they'd be curious?
Hasan's comment about car insurance.
I say you don't know how could they police that, though?
Yeah.
It must be in their terms and condition. The judges not to watch anything related to BOTB videos.
Yeah, but you'd be curious, wouldn't you?
How would they know?
Yeah, say, how would they police it? How would they know?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't.
That's a point. Yeah.
If you think about it, though, if, for instance, that they are watching, would they be kind of sabotaging people that are following the stream and making their coordinates go elsewhere on purpose, and then trying to justify their actions of where they think it is? Or are they just not watching us at all?
It makes you think, doesn't it? That because sometimes they're bang on, sometimes they're miles away.
Because even if they did watch us, obviously when we're doing our coordinates and everything, obviously when we're using a magnifying glass, we can see what the coordinates are.
Yeah,
but with them, when they do it, they don't see any of it. So it's not like they're cheating or anything. But I know
obviously the area.
Yeah, exactly.
They got the area.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to be careful what we say, but it strikes sometimes the inconsistency. It's like, I'm not picking on Roger specifically, but he's the one who had the most notable change from 2 weeks ago. He was absolutely miles off, like I say, and we all like Roger, as a guy and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then the following, like last week, he was the best out of all of them. He was literally bang on. And you do think to yourself, how can you be so far off like 2 weeks before that, and then all of a sudden you're absolutely bang on. I mean, is that just the way it is, or did he have a little sneaky peek at some of the streams? I mean, not just us, other streams are available, and just get a rough idea. I mean, if it was me, I would certainly be curious, because I think they might pay more attention to like the reaction videos and the comments after to see if they're getting any kind of bad feedback or bad press from their performance. I would be more interested in that to see if people were slagging me off, to be honest with you.
Just to answer I2G's question, I would go for red, and yes, I would do the collection when it's safe to do so.
Yeah, it's not good.
When it's safe to do so, Dean, down your end at the minute, you're getting some right stick and abuse of ITV and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, there's still people are out and stuff, and just.
Well, it's not only that. There was 5 stabbings in one night last night, wasn't there?
Yep.
Where's this?
Croydon.
Was there?
Yeah.
Croydon. I've heard about Croydon's.
There was 5 last night, and there was one the day before. So
is it all young?
Pretty rough area, Croydon.
It's all gang related.
Yeah.
Is it all them young lads, like 16, 17?
Yeah.
So what are you?
When I lived in Biggin Hill, we went up Croydon to is it the Glades or is the Glades Bromley? It's the shopping centre. I think Bromley is the Glades, but I think there's 2 shopping centres. The one on the right and one on the left. And I was in the town centre of Croydon, and there was McDonald's in the centre. And I came walking out of McDonald's to come up the street, and there was a gang just stood pissing about or whatever. And then across to the right, they came up round the corner, and there was a coffee shop just a bit further up, and these 2 gangs saw each other, and it was havoc. They picked up the chairs, they were chucking chairs at each other, tables at each other, and everything. And I turned around and I went the other way, because I was with my ex at that point and her little sister. Her little sister was only about 6 or 7, and we just saw about 30, 40 teenagers just ripping shreds into each other.
Why are the parents, even they're like 15 or 16 carrying knives, what are the parents doing? I don't understand what is going on with this young, the young generation.
They probably don't even know, mate.
I thought back in the early 90s, I mean, Colin probably knows about Manchester, Moss Side and all this. A lot of shootings, all gang-related, youngsters. I thought times have moved, times have changed, people have learned. But
it's got worse. It's less guns, but more knives.
More knives now, yeah.
You can get hold of a knife in a
supermarket. Go area.
Yeah. It's just, where's the education gone to the...
No.
Yeah, where's the education? You're killing young lives. You're affecting their parents.
Yeah, it's all gang related, and obviously, it's what's the word?
Territorial,
and it's what it's a point that they've got. I can't remember what the word is. I can't remember what it is, but it's obviously a test to see if you've got to be in the gang, you've got to
do
like initiation.
Yeah,
initiation. That's the word.
Or it's like a dare, do that dare, and you powers. It's just crazy. You don't listen to do these things. You probably won't feel like doing it, but to be part of that gang or part of that group, you have to do it. And that person might really doesn't want to do it, but he's forced to do it. And it's so wrong. So wrong.
It's a catch-22, because if he can't do it, then he's going to get done. He's probably going to get done himself by the gang.
They need to do more severe punishment on knives now, because obviously we're doing it for guns, but there's not much gun-related crime anymore. It's all knives.
If you take a life, what they should be doing, if you take a life, you should do life from prison. None of this, let him off after 5 or 7 years. You take a life, you do life.
Yeah, and
Dean.
They should do.
Do you know what started all this, though? Do you know what's really started all this?
Yeah.
Giving the power to the kids.
Yeah.
If you
Like
think
all the teachers are shit scared of them.
80s, 70s, 80s, a copper, the kids would be so shit scared to see a copper or even say boo to a copper because you'd get a clip round the ear hole and everything, and that'd be that.
Yeah.
The parents, they were able to discipline the kids and keep them in line.
Yeah.
And obviously teachers in school, they was able to give the same treatment as keeping the kids in line, you know, ruler, slipper, all that sort of stuff.
I agree.
And now, you know, the government have turned and they've said, you know, all that is wrong, which, you know, it is wrong to use violence to keep discipline, but it's how are you seeing society now? 20,
I think they need to
40 years down the line.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse. I'm afraid that young generation are getting worse. Not everybody. I'm not saying every child is bad, but it's just they're going all astray. You know, they're just going down and down.
Kids don't care about cops anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think all policemen in this country should be armed then?
Yeah, like the Americans. You know what Americans are like.
Well,
Yeah.
French. Look at the French. Look.
Yeah, they don't take no shit. Either do the Russians. The
You mean
Russians
all?
don't give a shit. They're
Paul, do you
really.
mean all fully kitted? You mean
I
like
think
Yeah.
we should have more police, like Spain.
Yes.
They should be armed, shouldn't they?
More
They've done
police
cutbacks.
out on the beat.
They've done,
And they should be armed.
How much council tax does everyone pay in this country per person, and where are all the coppers? You know,
Yeah.
we've got potholes galore. The road tax is meant to cover that.
I pay £205 per month for a bloody 2-bedroom flat. Do you know what I mean?
We're all right down. We're all right down here in Manchester. I'm not calling about 100 or something.
You're up, Shani. You're up from us.
Sorry,
You
up
can't
there, I'm
blame
in
the police,
town.
can you?
I mean, if around my end, I don't know about you lot, but around here at midnight, the council turn all the street lights off. So it's
Do they?
kind of like a silent curfew. Get home before midnight, otherwise you won't see shit.
I haven't got any
That's a
street
good
lights.
idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah, but then
Turn all the street lighting off.
you've got more attacks then, haven't you, on people that are hiding and someone's trying to get home when they've finished work or whatever. You've got people jumping out on people and they can't see anything. You've got obstacles in the way that could lead to trip hazards. You know, oh, there's a set of stairs there, didn't see it. Got more claims on the council because they turned the street lights out.
Yeah.
Can't
Got a
afford the
good point
electric.
Cutbacks.
Right,
Maybe those
how do we
lights
know,
come on when
guys?
you walk by them.
Okay, Paul. No worries, buddy.
What's wrong with them lights that are sensitive when you go along? They come on and go off when you go past them.
Movement or movement or heat.
Yeah. Yeah, they could do that. I mean, this council up here, they said that they were going to do it where they're going to change all the lights, street lights, to LEDs, and then they were going to gradually phase them back in. So the main streets were all open, but the side streets and everything, they all turn off at midnight. You know, and it's even the green bin. I don't know about you guys, your bin colours and all that crap, but we've got a blue bin for recycling, black bin for general waste, and green bin for
food waste.
No, tree cuttings, trimmings, grass, and whatnot.
Yeah. Same as we could put food waste in there as well.
All of that was a part of your council tax. A couple of years back, guess what the council did? They turned around and went, "Oh, if you want your green bin emptying, we're going to charge you per year." And I'm like, "Hold up, that was a part of the council tax. Why are you charging us twice to empty the same
Extra
bin?"
for the green ones, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, and all you get is those toffees sat at Westminster on 90 odd thousand a year just to sit and trash the country.
Country's already fucked anyway, isn't it? Without being rude.
Yeah.
They're going to get any better, no matter who's in charge.
A lot of people, you know, you get all these burglaries and knife point robberies and shop thefts and stuff like that because they know that there's no coppers on the streets. They know that they can get away with it because the CCTV, everyone's wearing masks now. you know, and everyone's kind of wearing the same branded clothing, so it's hard to decipher who's who, you know. And by the time the coppers even get there, they'll just go, nothing we can do. Even if they get the CCTV evidence, and the coppers do all the legwork, they go and chase them down, they find them at the homes, they take them to court. Judges turn around and go, don't do it again. You know what I mean? Like,
it's too much paperwork, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a joke. There should be more coppers on the beat. And more.
They've done a lot of cutbacks.
Yeah.
So you can't blame the police, can you? It's the government that do it.
It's the government.
Yeah, I mean,
the police are. The police are scared.
Yeah, because they'll lose the job if someone starts to claim, oh, he beat me up, or you know, oh, he's broke my arm, or something stupid like that. But these kids know it as well. These teenagers know it, that they'll play up, and all of their mates are stood there with the cameras, egging. You know, the person that's getting arrested is egging the coppers on. Kicking off, getting a bit arsey and stuff, and it only takes one copper to do the wrong move, you know, and it's his job, it's his livelihood, it's his family, you know. He becomes a target, you know. He's maybe banged up for whatever if he did something stupid or wrong, and you know, I think it's that old saying, no one it's something along the lines of everyone sees the reaction, but they don't see
the action.
No, the provocation, is it?
Yeah.
Like the bit before it, if you know what I mean.
Retaliator.
It's always the second person that gets done for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
They always see they wouldn't retaliate.
Person starts it, gets away with it. The person retaliates, gets banged away. Or gets done for it.
I think they need to bring boot camps back in for the youngsters.
Service.
That happened 3 years ago, Darren.
National service, like they used to say.
I mean, you imagine it, like, if we went to war, like a big world war, it probably won't happen again because all the major countries signed a document
to
say that we wouldn't go to war again. So, but you know, we went to war illegally back in Iraq or Afghan or whatever it was because of Tony Blair. That's why he's getting done by the courts. But, you know, if we did go to war, like a major war with other countries, like another world war, and you call upon these teenagers, how many of them are actually going to be big I ams, or how many of they are actually going to run and scarper because the shit's hit the fan and they're actually facing war, actual death?
They wouldn't take it. No.
I know I'm old, but I would do it. I would fight for my country. I know that I'm old.
Nowadays,
I'll do that.
They hide behind the knife.
Definitely.
You have to protect yourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to protect yourselves, yeah, wherever you live.
Yeah. I mean, many years ago,
just need to move the barn doors open.
New Year's Eve one year, many years ago. It was about 1 a.m. Some bloke walked past me, and I said, "Happy New Year." He went, "You what?" I said, "Should I check my watch?" It was like, "Yeah." I said, "Happy New Year." So he hit me one, chinned me. So I hit him back and broke his nose. The woman came out from the house and said, "Oh, I saw you hit him." I said, "Yeah, I've got no problem with that." And they reported me. The policeman came to a house on New Year's Day, on that day. It all went to court, well, not court, police station. And the policeman said, "What happened?" And I said, "He hit me." So I hit him back. I retaliated. It's self-defense.
Self-defense, yeah.
The bloke that did it even owned up to hit me first, but still what we doing for ABH. The copper went, his actual words were, "F off." Yeah, happening. But because he hit me first, he wanted me done for ABH.
He provoked you, Paul.
I did it first. But he even owned up to doing it first. But still what we done for AVH. The club
That,
just ripped it all up and went, get out of here.
That reminds me of a burglar that was on the top of a conservatory roof a couple of years back, fell through and landed on a knife, and he ended up suing the house owner and actually got money from it.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Anything they could do just to get that money. It's all about that money.
Where's the justice in that? He was trying to rob the house. He was on top of the conservatory, fell through and landed on the knife that was on the side, and sued. And I think he ended up with like 40, 50 grand.
So he sued because he was trying to rob that house. And he fell down on a knife. It's like that farmer. Do you remember that farmer who shot that kid?
Norfolk.
I can't remember the name of the farmer, but I remember Tony Martin or something. He was called or something.
He was in Norfolk. He shot him on farmer's land, and he went down for murder.
Yeah.
Just to protect himself or family or kids. You would do that if someone's trying to burgle in your house. And you have to do.
It's your house.
Can you remember last year? The old geezer last year, he hit headlines. Or was it the year before? He was getting robbed. Him and his missus were in the house. The guy that was robbing them, he was a I can't even say the word, prolific
offender.
Yeah, he was he targeted vulnerable people like elderly, learning difficulties and all that sort of stuff, and he robbed them. The old guy overpowered the guy that was breaking in, and there was a scuffle, and the guy that broke in he fell onto the knife and he ended up dying. The guy that lived there got arrested for murder, but later on it actually all got dropped because the Self-Defense Act, where reasonable force, how can you define reasonable force in an event where you think you're going to die?
Exactly.
Reasonable force is you die before I do. That's that.
Exactly. Especially if they're trying
I
to
don't
rob
want
your
to die. I want to survive.
I wouldn't think twice about it.
I'll tell you what I got done for once. I had a road rage incident, right? I was at some lights and I pulled up. I was in my old transit van. It was about 10 years ago. Pulled up some lights and I was quite tight to the guy who was in front. And he got arsey about it. We're at traffic lights, right? No big deal. But he reckons I was tailgating him anyway. He got out.
On a bike?
No, he was in a car. And I was in a van. And he got out, right? And he started mouthing to me, right, through the screen. And I just laughed at him. And he kicked the door in the van. And I thought, I ain't having that. So I got out the van and I went round the back to get a lump of wood out. And I was going to take his wing mirror off, right? And as I opened the door, I had 4 of my mates in the back of the van. I had 2 in the front and I had 4 in the back. And they heard it all going on. They all legged it out, right? And by then, the lights had turned green and the guy had shot off. And someone must have rung the police and they must have been literally around the corner. Next thing is the police there. I got done 9 points on my licence for having 4 guys in the back of the van with no seatbelts and no seats in.
Yeah.
And I said to the car, but the blokes just kicked my door in on the van and gone. And they'd done me for having 4 blokes in the back of the van. One interested in the other bloke. Couldn't believe it. I had witnesses there and everything.
It's trying to cut short. It's trying to cut short, and that's what they do. They just want to get it out of the way.
I thought you were going to say that you was in a burgundy Picasso, and there was a guy on a moped or something that's just next to you, and I thought that it was all kicking off with that.
You're always going to have that, you're always going to get some kind of road rage, not bad, but like it's always going to be effing and jeffing at you if you're driving slow, you're trying to overtake him or on the lanes, especially on the motorways, especially when I was driving on the motorways, when I was doing my job all over the country. I used to get people to stare at you.
But one of the lads in the back,
that's just normal things nowadays.
In the back, he chased it. There's a guy in this car. He was quick. He was a quick lad. He played amateur football, and he chased him. And the guy caught up with the traffic in front, and the lad, he actually ran right up to the back of his car and went to open the car door caught up with him, and the guy had it all locked and that, and then he pulled away again. Yeah, and I got done 9 points on my license. Unbelievable. I think I had about
9
200 quid
points.
fine. Yeah, and a dented door.
So do you manage to get them points off, Paul, by doing some speed awareness course or something like that?
No,
them...
I want.
I know you weren't speeding, but some
kind
of. Sorry, you weren't speeding.
No, I had to wait 3 years.
Did they try and do you for going equipped?
Well, no, I only had like wood in the back. I was just going to get a lump of 4x2 out and smack his wing mirror off or something.
Yeah. Normally they turn around and say that you've got shovels, wood, you've got rope,
crowbars and all that. Yeah.
Masking tape.
You're up to kidnapping him.
There's like 5 guys in the back.
We were just going to bury him.
Yeah, it was funny though. Since I opened the door, they were out and they were after him. They didn't care, like, you know, they're only young lads, you know, didn't give a toss. If they'd got out of it, they would have just kicked every panel of his car in. They wouldn't have cared.
The story is don't mess with Paul at a set of traffic lights.
Well, it ain't so much as me. It's some of the company that I keep. Bless them. Mind you, I was going to have his wing mirror off because he did dent my door in. He kicked the side of the door. So I was just going to return the favour.
Can I have your edge, Paul? I'll be looking out for you when I'm in my coach.
The copper, I couldn't believe how quick the coppers turned up. They must have been literally around the corner. Couldn't believe it. And there was a witness there. There was a woman and her daughter who pulled over, and they were witnesses and said that the other guy got out and was aggressive and kicked me car. And the coppers weren't interested.
No CCTV cameras.
Yeah.
Abu's got a good question for you, Paul.
Just seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do get people jumping in like that. If you're driving near the Channel Tunnel and all that, you get people coming. That's happened to people, I think. They jump in their cars and they realise.
The thing is, though, the
I
lorry
should have
drivers
said that. I don't even know who they are.
The lorry drivers that come back, they get fined when they get back to the UK if the UK find any immigrants in there, and that's not right.
An immigrant.
10 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's doing his job, and how would he know if he's honest person doing a job and then he's coming back to the UK and there were like 10 people in his back? How would he know, and why would he get picked on for that? The reason is that they should do thorough checks. You know, you're a lorry driver, you're responsible of that vehicle. You should check everything. There's nothing dodgy inside and all that.
You will get done because he's the one that got them in it, got the money of them.
Yeah, but have you seen how many people have been killed when that lorry driver in Essex, was it, near Essex? He was coming from Northern Ireland. He was from Northern. Yeah, the container. People are risking lives, you know, just to get into UK, but unfortunately some don't make it and die in some circumstances like these. You know, all frozen. It's just crazy. They need to do some harsh stuff at the borders.
Do you know what that means? Do you know why they keep trying to come across? And no, I don't blame them, in fairness. But when the government, it's safety, yeah. But when the government are chucking out, you know, freebies and stuff, effectively, it's quite enticing, really. You know, they've come from the conflict countries, wherever they've come from. But how many countries have they passed that are safe? You know, they've been sat in France for how long to try and get across? They've gone through Spain, through Germany.
Why don't they want to stay there? Why don't they want to stay in France?
Because they don't get the same freebies as what they do over here.
Yeah, it's the benefit system. To me, it might sound disrespectful, but it's the benefit system people come for, really.
Yeah,
free
like just Darren saying.
I don't mind people if they're coming over from foreign countries and working their asses off.
Told what to do.
When they're coming over and not working and just like skivvying off everyone else.
It's not fair. Yeah, I don't agree with that as well. Yeah.
That's
if you're coming here and you coming in this country and you giving someone back and you building the
No,
economy, that's fair enough.
I think the best option, I think some countries do that, is if they accept someone's asylum and all that, they should give them a second-class citizenship, which means you can't claim benefits. You have to work, you have to pay tax, you have to have certain amount of wages, and that's it. I mean, then obviously we might get benefit from there. But if you just come here and you got your visa and now you're claiming benefits,
they
that's
need to
not
be
right.
they need to be monitored as well.
Yeah, they need to be monitored because they are from vulnerable countries. Not every people are same. I'm no disrespect to anyone, because I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys heard it. You know those from Myanmar, those Rohingya incidents. I don't know if you guys heard it.
Yes,
People in Burma, basically their
Burma,
neighbor is from Bangladesh, and they were getting killed in their country. The Muslims were getting killed, and they basically came to Bangladesh. Millions of, not millions, about 500,000 of them, and Bangladesh accepted them, gave them shelter and all that. Already, Bangladesh is not, obviously economically we're not that good, but I made a post, like everyone was saying, government just said it once, like, oh, you cannot be accepted because already overpopulated, and everyone was going against the government. Oh, why would you not these, that, blah 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 blah. And I made a post on Facebook, like, what if they start doing crimes, what if they start raping people, and doing robberies and all that. That's exactly what happening now, and they have literally in a certain area where no one else can get to that. They're like a gangsters, they're just ruling that area. Even police can't do anything because they're all together and doing all of that. Imagine. So you have to keep trace of, because it's in Bangladesh is, I understand, it's hard to trace because of the technologies and the advance and all that, but in here it's you can, do you know what I mean? If you're giving someone visa, then you can monitor them to see what's happening.
Yeah, I think they need to be stricter on borders. I think they're not really doing really strict measures. How do people get through?
Do you think when people apply for passports that fingerprints should be taken to be able to match up with the UK crime agency to solve more crimes, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got nothing to fear, why not?
Passport's not illegal, isn't it?
Yeah.
These people that sell dodgy passports.
Well, it only takes gloves as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but believe it so, the new passports now are more harder. If you got the the different color now, they're like the dark blue.
Yeah.
I think it's more difficult since we left Europe now. Certainly with benefits and people coming into the country and all the rest of it. I mean, I've got nothing against it. I've worked literally over the years. I've worked with every nationality in the world in my trade. I've worked with a lot of Eastern Europeans. Polish, Romanians. I've worked with Indians. I've worked with Canadians, with Germans. Whether they're engineers or whether they're on the tools, and they are fantastic tradespeople and shit at what they do. And they contribute, to society, and they benefit us unbelievably in this country. I mean, you've only got to walk into hospital and see how many foreign nationals there are working in there. Would be in the shit if we didn't have them here.
Yeah.
But they're all here contributing.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get these people coming over, like Cam was saying.
Yeah.
Half of them could have criminal records as long as your arm, and they kept coming over, and we've all seen the programs on TV, police camera action and that, and half the time they were showing the people being arrested for doing whatever, and they were foreign. I mean, we're not squeaky clean, not by a long shot, they probably edited out a lot of English people or whatever. But it just struck to me, like, why are they letting people into the country who've got criminal backgrounds, who've got no intention of contributing to the economy?
Yeah.
Even if they're coming over, fighting and getting pissed up, it's more strain on the NHS and everything else and the resources. But now I think that's changing. I think they're actually vetting people who come over here.
Yeah.
People who like the
because of the
Australians have done for years.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To be able to go to get into Canada, you have to be sponsored and you have to have a job secured before you're even allowed over there to be able to move over there.
Well, I agree
Same
with
with
that.
Australia.
And Australia. Australia. No, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my cousins in Canada, and he's got a skill, so they look for skilled tradesmen in Canada.
Yeah,
it's like what Paul said. No offense to anyone that is on the stream, obviously, that's come across from a different country. I hope you're safe in that now from wherever you came from. But without those certain people, if all of them actually went fuck the UK and went wherever, or just completely just stopped working or whatever, the NHS will grind to a complete stop. There's a lot of highly trained doctors that the British people, in my eyes, they can't be asked. Like if you think,
a lot of nurses are from abroad, because obviously I know with my son being in hospital a lot, there's a lot of nurses who've come from abroad.
Yeah, but if you think about the school education system, kids, they're not interested. They can't be asked. They'll tinker on by. There's there's the odd few that are in like the high schools, the grammar schools, all that sort of stuff that would go on to achieve, but that's only with parents paying for like private education or like grammar schools, and if they get past their SATs, what they do, the mocks and all that lot. But kids nowadays don't really aspire. They don't want to put in the hard work to get where they want to be. They just think, well, screw it, I can sell a bit of weed or coke, or I can go and steal it, and get my money that way.
Yeah.
I've always said that when kids are born, they should be having a what do you call it, in their arm, an injection with all the details on it.
Yeah.
So if you do anything wrong, you scan it.
Like they do with pets.
Chip.
Yeah.
Have a microchip.
Microchip.
Yeah, if they know where that microchip is, though, they can easily just dig it out. Like Madeleine McCann, if she had a chip, they'd just scan her and dig it out.
If you do it from when they're first born, like Colin was just saying, if they do it when they're first born, they wouldn't know, would they?
Nope.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
yeah.
Marcus, Banter drums. You wanted to know what the average was. 1352 719.
Who's that, Mark? Zanker drum.
Yeah. I just wanted to know what the average was. I just obviously.
Yeah, the average was. Did you give it?
1352 719.
719. Yeah. No worries, Roston. See you later, bro.
See you later, Royston. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck, mate.
Oh man.
I had to show that one.
He's testing the boundaries.
He is. He is.
There's someone got TV on. I can hear.
Steve hasn't seen it yet.
I saw it.
Yeah. Steve.
I can't see the screen. I've got...
Message for you.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Steve. Nice.
I2G, yeah. My cats, they're in love, I think. The boy and a girl.
Where are your cats? They're not there, Paul.
They're running around everywhere. They're going nuts, playing with each other.
My sister's got about 5 cats, and whenever I go there, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
She's a cat lover. She really loves cats to bits.
They just run all over. I have them here to keep the mice down.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. That's one thing to keep your rats or mice away. Another thing is it's like a lovable pet. The cats, the kids are so attached to it.
It's all right, Father Steve. When that dog licks your face, if it's a boy, half an hour ago he was licking his ass and his balls. You make sure you give him kisses.
She's very protective of me.
Till she takes your throat out.
Oh, true love.
Shit.
Just a comfy cushion, just to sit there, you know.
That's true love.
Mine's gone to bed, keeping the wife warm.
Definitely. We're all at that pub, that BOTB pub.
Sounds good to
me. Sam is in the process of buying it. Cam's in the process of supplying the alcohol.
Yeah. I think he's sleeping. I think Ronaldo's sleeping.
No, I'm just reading something.
Okay.
What on your eyelids?
Yeah.
That's what his glasses on for.
I'm going to
show more than 2 cats.
I've got my little boy at 10 o'clock tomorrow, so I'm going to call it there for me.
No worries.
Well, good luck.
Good luck, mate. Thanks for coming.
Good night, mate.
I'll try and join tomorrow.
No worries. See you tomorrow, Darren.
See you in a bit, guys.
Mate.
Good night, mate.
Take care, buddy. Connie's message is good. Wait, vodka and potatoes.
You are?
I look like the guy in Asda advert. Yeah, that's me, mate. They're going to pay me £1 million to do an advert next. I'm not seeing it. Which advert is this on Asda? I'm not seeing it really.
There's quite a few on there, mate.
Hey, have you any of you guys seen this advert he's talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna. You have to keep watching TV all day to see which advert is.
Just go on YouTube, search for Asda advertisements.
Yeah, good idea that.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, do so, please.
What you got to do is get some hair on there, mate, and you're sorted.
I've got hair. I'm not losing.
Take care,
No,
buddy.
no. I'll send it now for you on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, guy talking about. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's you. You with less hair.
Right, I'm going to bed.
Right, I'm off, and boys, because I've got to be up in the morning.
Night all.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
Right. Take care.
But,
Cheers.
see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.
See you there, mate.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Cheers, Steve.
Right, Steve.
Yeah. I think we should call it a night, guys. It's been fun for a long time. Let's go off, and we've got a live stream tomorrow, so we'll probably stay slightly longer than that, maybe, if someone's interested.
We'll wait till midnight for the new picture.
Yeah, supercar maybe, because obviously the draw's going to be on Valentine's Day, about the last day, Sunday is Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably supercar or Valentine special.
Yeah. Or 100k plus it with every car or something, maybe, just thinking. Right, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up, and consider joining the Patreon. Link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. So have a good night,
guys.
Bye bye.